I would probably describe myself as not being art trained or an artist, but I'm just somebody who, as a youngster, used to just enjoy scribbling, drawing, like any school kiddie would. Would not give it any credit of, I didn't think I had a great ability, I just enjoyed doing what I was doing. I think the original concept of using the rotoring pen, which is a 0.1mm nib, so 0.1 of a millimetre is pretty small. I saw my brother once doing a picture, my late brother David, and he did a picture of a tree, which I brought that one along today so you can have a nice close look at it. But that had a lot of detail in it, that was all very much abstract, and it just captured my imagination because obviously it is part of nature. I thought, well, I'll have a go at that, you know. So I don't recall whether I bought a pen or borrowed his pen. I think I might have borrowed his pen. And I drew a picture of an owl, and within the owl were some other birds, birds of prey. And I thought, well, perhaps I think my brother or my family said, that's quite good, you know. They gave me a bit of confidence, saying, well, that's a really nice picture. So I put it in a very cheap frame, and I took it then to a local gallery, the Gluevin Gallery in Truro. And they put it up for sale, and within a week they phoned up saying, oh, we've got £33 for you, Mr. Tremaine. So I duly went down there, took my £33 and thought, that's great. I'm rich, so I can spend some more money on my motorbike or whatever. But, you know, being sort of a 17, 18-year-old at the time, I didn't ever give it any credit or any focus that I was any good at art. It was just something I did. I decided then just to well, I didn't actually think about it, to be honest. I just moved on and didn't do any more drawings, and I then pursued a career in retail for about 29 years. I've always been interested in nature, and that's my focus. You know, I do art now, but I'm also interested in photography. I enjoy going on walks around the cliffs. When I'm driving along, I don't miss anything. You know, if there's a buzzer flying by, then I clock it. I'm obviously watching where I'm going, but I don't miss anything. I think last night I was just travelling home, sort of way in the distance, something grey and black across the road. I thought, oh, that's the sighting of a badger, and you know, there's nothing behind me. But my instinct is I had to see if I had to investigate, and I slowed right up to about 5 miles an hour, looking in the hedge, and no badger, nothing to be seen. But that would be my expectation because the animals are very good at hiding away. They've got great camouflage. So I have a great deal of interest in nature, and my drawings are more of an expression of that. I can draw pictures of houses, buildings, mechanical things, but I think I get more enjoyment out of recreating something that I can relate to, and I think that's where a lot of people that like my work can relate to. My images, you know, I've got the current picture of the badger, though that's quite topical at the minute, and I've sort of spent many hours just detailing through what we're into May now, and I've actually detailed around. You'll see around the side of the picture a timeline of the content within the picture, and I'll put a date on there. I'll put the time I started, the time I finished. Very useful to know how many hours you spent on it because that helps you price it. People want to know, you know, why I put inside the picture what I put inside the picture. Some of my early drawings were very abstract. Now I tend to go more for the nature side of things and have sort of images that are within the environment. You know, again, if we're focusing on the badger, within the picture of the badger, you'll see a hedgehog, you'll see long-tailed tits. Rabbits, and they're all things that the badger would see if he was coming out of his burrow in the morning. And when I'm drawing the picture, that's what helps me sort of focus on what content to put in there. You know, I put myself in the eyes of the badger. You know, what am I looking at today? And that gives me a clue as to what I should put within the picture. So everything that's in the image is actually quite relevant to the badger's environment. Well, I think Cornwall just feels you've got a huge amount of inspiration. You've got the coast, you've got the woods, you've got reservoirs. It's probably, you know, it's highly inspirational. You know, that's for sure. I don't know any different. Obviously, if I'm travelling up to the Midlands and in different parts of the country, then I can see, and then I can appreciate where we actually live, you know, and I can appreciate why people come here on holiday, because it's probably one of the best places to live. My work's followed by lots of schools and colleges, and I've recently had a young lad text me, email me, saying how he's never been interested in art in his life. He has always loved animals, and his school, they've got a project where they're actually teaching him about, well, it's an art project, and it's involving animals, but they've chosen me as the artist, a Cornish artist for this subject. And you know, he writes to me saying, look, you know, I've never been interested in art before, but you know, your work has really inspired me, and that really, as an individual, that's very humbling. And you know, and I do reply to these youngsters to try to encourage them to reciprocate their niceties as well. It's very important. I do have a Facebook site, which is you can see there's links on my website, which is jontremaine.com. That's Jon, because John's actually short for Jonathan. The only time I get called Jonathan is by my mother, and I always refer to my name as Jonathan in my birthday cards to her. But yes, that's probably the best direction.